Very good morning. Now in this 7th lecture of circular motion, we have to study important article limiting speed. Limiting speed of a vehicle. Limiting speed of a vehicle passing over curved horizontal road. See here. Limiting speed of a vehicle passing over curved horizontal road. So you might have been remember day before yesterday we have completed one important article, that is centripetal force. In that lecture I have given some examples of the centripetal force. Do you remember? Let us hear first example. When the planets are revolving around the sun, necessary centripetal force is provided by gravitational force between the planet and the sun. Second example, when an electron is revolving around the nucleus, necessary centripetal force is provided by electrostatic force between positive nucleus and negative electrons. Third example, when a stone is tied to the one end of string and revolved around other end, necessary centripetal force is provided by tension in the string. And fourth example that we have seen there is when a vehicle is passing over a curved road, it is also the circular motion, and in this case necessary centripetal force is provided by frictional force between the tires and the road. Okay, so depending upon that example we are going to attend this article. Means when a vehicle is passing over the curved horizontal road, when vehicle is taking the turn on horizontal road, then what should be its limiting speed so that it does not thrown away from that road or it does not skid from that road. Okay, so see here, for example, this is curved road. See here, this is called horizontal road. Look at this. See here, suppose this is curved horizontal road having mean radius R. Okay, let a vehicle is taking the turn. This is the direction. Vehicle is coming from this direction and going to this direction. Okay, now see here, when we are observing the vehicle from the front side, then if the vehicle is present at this position, this is the horizontal level. Okay, this is the cross section of the road, and let us see here, from the front view the vehicle is appear like that. See here, these are the wheels of vehicle. Look at this. We are just observing the front view. Look at this. This is the front view of the vehicle. See here, in the front view, these are the two tires. Tires are appear as the rectangular section because we are observing from the front view. This is not the top view or side view. If we are observing the vehicle from side view, then tires are appearing as a circular. But we are observing from the front side. That's why these are the two sides of the, or two tires from two sides. This is center of gravity. This is CG of the vehicle, center of gravity. Okay, this is the vehicle which is passing over the curved horizontal road. Curve means there is a turn, and horizontal means both the levels of the road are at same levels. Both the sides of the road are present at same level. There is no slope on the road. Is it clear? That's why called as a horizontal. So, question arises, how many forces are acting on the vehicle? First is the weight of the vehicle. If m is mass of the vehicle, then what is the weight of the vehicle? Here, weight of the vehicle, that is mg. And another force is normal reaction acting by the road on the vehicle. So that normal reaction is acting upward. According to Newton's third law, every action has equal and opposite reaction. So mg is the action, n is the normal reaction given by the road. Okay. So it means that in this case that normal reaction is balanced by weight of the vehicle. Remember, we can say equation number 1. And question arises, this is the circular motion, then who provide the centripetal force? So we have already seen that there is a frictional force between the tires and the road, and this frictional force is always acting in this direction. See here, what is this? This is the frictional force which is acting toward the center of circular motion, means it provides the necessary centripetal force. Means here, in this case, centripetal force is provided by frictional force. Okay. Centripetal force is provided by frictional force. So question arises, what is the centripetal force? If vehicle is moving with the speed v, then centripetal force is mv square upon r. We have already seen. And what is the frictional force? Frictional force, we have seen in the 11th class, frictional force is directly proportional to normal reaction. Okay, that is called as first law of friction. So therefore, frictional force is equal to mu into n, where mu is the constant of proportionality and is called as a coefficient of friction. What is mu? It is called as a coefficient of friction. So here, frictional force is mu into n. So what is mu? Mu is called as coefficient of friction. You have studied in the 11th class, because there is one chapter, friction. So question arises, what is the coefficient of friction? Remember that we know coefficient of friction means it is the ratio of frictional force to normal reaction. Have you got it? Remember, means here, if the road surfaces are rough, then mu is more, and if road surfaces are smooth, then mu is less. Means if more friction is there, then mu is large, less friction is there, mu is small. So here, put the value of n, because n equal to mg, we know. So therefore, here we can say, therefore, mv square upon r is equal to mu, and n means mg, because we have seen n equal to mg, where g is the acceleration due to gravity. Now m from both the sides get cancelled. That's why v square is equal to, take this r here, mu rg. Remember, or if we take the under root, v is equal to under root mu rg. And this is very, very important formula to calculate the limiting speed of the vehicle passing over the curved road. It means that, what is this? This is nothing but V limit, VL, or we can say it is nothing but Vmax. Vmax is equal to under root mu rg. Means here, your vehicle can passing that turn with maximum velocity or maximum speed under root mu rg. It shows that this is the limiting speed. Means if our vehicle cross that speed, then what happens? There are chances of throwing the vehicle outside the road. And such type of accident is called as skidding. See here, it's called as skidding of vehicle. It means that here to avoid skidding of vehicle. To avoid skidding of vehicle, our speed should be less than or equal to V limit. or that is Vmax. Remember, it means that here this is the safe speed by which the vehicle can be driven without skidding. But if you cross that limit, there are chances of skidding the vehicle. Most of the time, you might have been driving on highway. Then on highway at the turn, there are some limits. There are some boards. Speed limit is 30 km per hour, 40 km per hour. Question arises, how these speed limits are calculated? These speed limits can be calculated by this formula. Vmax is equal to under root mu rg, where mu is the coefficient of friction which depends upon the type of road. If it is a cement road, mu is more. If it is a just other type of road or phenolphthalein, just other, we know that whatever be the roads that we are seeing in our city, in case of such type of road, value of mu is less. Okay. Now it also depends upon r. R means it is the radius of curvature. See here, radius of curvature, and g means acceleration due to gravity. So what it shows? It shows that Vmax or VL is directly proportional to under root mu. Means if mu is more, we can drive with the maximum speed. And here VL is again directly proportional to under root r. If radius of curvature is more, then also speed is more. Have you got? So this is about the limiting speed of vehicle to avoid the skidding. But for which type of road? Look at this. This is the type of road for curved horizontal road. For which type of road? Curved horizontal road. Have you got it? See here. So problem may be asked on this. Look at the numerical. How numerical is asked on that? See here. Question is asked like that. A vehicle is driving on a curved road having radius of curvature 100 meter. Radius of curvature 100 meter. Is it clear? And coefficient of friction is 0.5. Calculate the limiting speed of the vehicle. Okay, so we know what is limiting speed, under root mu rg. So that is equal to under root mu means 0.5, r is 100, g is 9.8. See here. So therefore it is equal to 0.5 into 980. Okay, or therefore it is equal to 490. Under root 490. See here. Means here we can say what is the limiting speed? Therefore limiting speed equal to under root 49 into 10. See here. So therefore VL is equal to 7 root 10 meter per second. This is the speed limit. Okay, by which the vehicle can be driven on the road safely without any accident or without any skidding of the vehicle. Is it clear? So this is one of the article called as the limiting speed of vehicle passing over the curved horizontal road. Now next we are going to see another one. See here. What is another article? Banking of road. So this article is also depends upon the skidding of the vehicle. This is also related with the skidding of vehicle. Banking of the road. See here. Another one, banking. What is meant by banking of the road? What is meant by banking of the road? Now just now in last 5 minutes we have seen if the vehicle is passing over the curved horizontal road, then what is the limiting speed of the vehicle passing over that road safely, or we can say without skidding. See here, for example, this is curved horizontal road that we have already seen. R is the radius of curvature. Okay, so it is horizontal, means this is horizontal level like that, and vehicle is passing over that curved horizontal road. See here. This is the vehicle passing over curved horizontal road. Okay. So we have seen what is the limiting speed in this case. Limiting speed in this case is V is equal to under root mu Rg. Where mu is the coefficient of friction, R is the radius of curvature, and G is the acceleration due to gravity. Means if vehicle is passing within that speed, it is safe, no doubt. But if the vehicle crosses that speed, there may be skidding of vehicle. But remember that sometime what happen? In case of rainy season or when the oil gets spread over the road, value of mu suddenly decreases. पावसाळ्याच्या दिवसामध्ये किंवा रोडवरती जर त्या ठिकाणी ऑइल वगैरे पसरलं असेल तर आपल्याला माहिती आहे रोड निसरडे होतात. निसरडे होतात म्हणजे काय होतं? टेक्निकली स्पीकिंग व्हॅल्यू ऑफ म्यू डिक्रीजेस. अँड दॅट्स वाय even though vehicle is traveling over the road within that speed, in such cases there may be chances of skidding the vehicle, because mu suddenly decreases, which is uncertain value of mu. Hence accident may causes, skidding may causes. And to avoid such type of uncertain accidents, one change has been done in the construction of road, and that change is called as a banking of road, or that special construction of road is called as a banking of road. Means what is meant by banking of road? Let us see here. See here, in order to avoid such type of skidding of vehicle, in order to avoid such type of skidding of vehicle passing over curved horizontal road, what happen? While the construction of road, this outer edge and this is the inner edge. See here. So while the construction of the road, outer edge of the road is kept at higher level than inner edge, like that. At the curve, you might have been observed on the national highways. See here, outer edge of the road is kept at higher level than inner edge at the turn. Okay, and that construction of road is called banking of road. When the road is banked, what happened? That we have to see later. How the accidents are avoided, that we have to see. But here just remember the term what is meant by banking. In order to avoid the skidding of vehicle, or for the safety of vehicle passing over curved road surface are made banked. Road surface are kept inclined to the horizontal. This is horizontal level and this is road surface. See here, road surface are kept inclined to horizontal by lifting outer edge than inner edge, and that construction of road is called as a banking of road. And see here, what is this? This is horizontal level. And what is this? This is nothing but a road surface. And angle made by that road surface with the horizontal level, this angle is called angle of banking. This angle is called angle of banking. Means what is angle of banking? Here an angle made by banked road surface with the horizontal is called as angle of banking. Okay. Now question arises, what is meant by banking of road? That we have seen. What is the angle of banking? That also we have seen. Question arises, what is about that height? Through how much height? That outer edge is raised as compared to inner edge. So that height is nothing but it is called as elevation. Height is called as elevation, or it is also called as super elevation. See here. So what is super elevation? The height or altitude through which outer edge of the banked road is kept at higher level than the inner edge. That height is called as elevation. Now what happens if the road are made banked? Suppose this is the vehicle passing over the curved banked road. Whatever may be the road we have seen earlier, that is curved horizontal road. Now what is this? This is curved banked road. See here. Look at this. This is the vehicle passing over curved banked road. See here, this is the vehicle. Now what happens if roads are made inclined? If roads are kept inclined, then what happens? See here, this is the center of gravity of the vehicle. So how many forces are acting on this? First is the weight of the vehicle. How much? That is mg. And another is the normal reaction. But normal reaction is not upward in that case, like in that case. But normal reaction is always perpendicular to road surface. Means if we extend this, definitely it is perpendicular to road surface. But not upward. Means here, if we extend this line, then this angle is theta, means this angle is also theta. Why? Angle made by two lines is equal to angle made by their normals. This is the vertical line perpendicular to horizontal line. This is the normal line perpendicular to road surface. Means these two lines are perpendicular to these two lines respectively. That's why angle is set. Hence here, this is normal reaction. Here there are two components of normal reaction. One is this component, that is called as a n cos theta. Okay. And another is this component. This is called as n sin theta. See here. There are two components of n. One is a n cos theta, another is a n sin theta. So here what happened? Due to the banking of road, that horizontal component of normal reaction has been generated. That is n sin theta. And this component n sin theta just hold the vehicle with the center. Means in short, n sin theta provide the necessary centripetal force. See here. This provide the necessary centripetal force. In this case, n sin theta was not there. Clear? Because normal reaction is upward. But here normal reaction is inclined due to the banking of road. Hence, n sin theta is developed there. And n sin theta provide the necessary centripetal force. Means here, what is the balancing here? If we balance the vertical forces, then it gives that n cos theta balance with the weight, that is mg. And what about n sin theta? It provides the necessary centripetal force. See here, equation number 2. Or here we can say, therefore n sin theta equal to centripetal force means mv square upon r. Okay, let that is equation number 2. See here. Now here, divide equation 2 by 1. So therefore, n sin theta upon n cos theta is equal to mv square upon r divided by mg. N get cancel, m get cancel. Sin upon cos means tan theta is equal to v square upon rg. Let equation number 3. Okay, take this rg here. Therefore, v square is equal to rg tan theta, or v is equal to under root rg tan theta. Clear? And what is this? This is also the limiting speed of the vehicle passing over curved banked road. This is the limiting speed passing over curved horizontal road. In order to avoid the skidding of the vehicle, road has been banked, but it does not mean that we can drive with the supersonic speed. There are also the limitations. Okay, but here this limit is greater than this limit, no doubt. Means now here on the curved banked road also, what is the speed limit? This is the speed limit under root rg tan theta. Means if our speed is within that limit, we are safe, even though road is banked. But if we cross that speed, then also there are chances of skidding the vehicle. There is a danger of throwing the vehicle. Have you got it? See here. Now this is about the limiting speed passing over the curved banked road. But question may be arises in your mind. Here, there is no friction. Yes, there is a friction, but here we have not considered it. Means this is the formula without considering friction. See here we have considered only n sin theta. If friction is there, okay, it is additional safety. If friction becomes zero, no problem also, we can drive with that speed. In next article, we have to study if we consider both of the component, n sin theta as well as frictional force. Now this is the limiting speed of a vehicle passing over banked road without considering the friction. Listen me carefully, without considering the friction. Now here we have seen this theta is called as the angle of banking. So question arises, how to calculate the angle of banking? See here, how to calculate the angle of banking? See here, how to calculate the theta? So see here, from equation number 3. What is equation 3? Tan theta equal to V square upon Rg. We want theta means taking tan inverse on both sides. So theta is equal to tan inverse V square upon Rg. Okay, this is very important formula to calculate angle of banking. Remember? Now sometime question is asked like that, calculate the elevation. How to calculate that elevation? See here, elevation. Elevation means h. So see here, this is horizontal level, this is elevation and this is the road surface. See here, road is like that. See here. Means what is this? This L is nothing but width of the road. Rastyachi rundi. Okay. What is this? This is the horizontal level. Theta is the angle of banking. H is the elevation. So in this triangle, what is sin theta? Sin means opposite side upon hypotenuse. So it is H by L. Therefore, H is equal to L sin theta. This is important formula to calculate the elevation. Remember, so many times problem is asked there. So here remember L means width of the road. Now remember that if the problem is concerned, numerically is concerned with the railway, then in case of train or railway, most of the time L is not given, width of the road is not given, but some code words are given which are very famous in case of the railways. So which are the code words? See here, number 1, narrow gauge. It is given that a narrow gauge train. Narrow gauge means what is the distance between two rail? It is equal to 0.7 meter or 70 centimeter. Narrow gauge. Second one, meter gauge. Meter gauge train. Directly word is there in the problem in the numerical. Meter gauge means distance between two rail. Okay, means width of the road is 1 meter. That's why called meter gauge. And third one, generally express rails, express trains are moving on that road. That is called as a broad gauge. Broad gauge means L is equal to 1.6 meter. No need to give the width of the road. If it is the by road problems, width is given. But if it is a railway problem, such type of words are used there. Any doubt here? So this is about the limiting speed of vehicle passing over curved horizontal road and curved banked road. Okay? I think this is enough for today's lecture. Thank you. Very good morning. So this is our 8th lecture of circular motion. Now in last lecture, in the 7th lecture, we have seen what is the limiting speed of vehicle passing over number 1 curved horizontal road. That is V equal to under root mu Rg. The next we have seen what is meant by banking of road. Figure is still there because in today's lecture also we need that figure. What is meant by banking of road? What is angle of banking? What is elevation? And What is the limiting speed of vehicle passing over curved banked road without considering the friction? Now, in today's lecture, we have to study limiting speed. Limiting speed of a vehicle passing over curved banked road. Curved banked road, but with considering friction. Remember, this is third condition. Let us see here. Limiting speed of vehicle passing over curved banked road, but how? With considering the friction. In first case, there was only the centripetal force provided by frictional force. In second case, centripetal force is provided by the horizontal component of normal reaction, that is n sin theta. And in this case, n sin theta is also there. At the same time, frictional force acting parallel to road surface is also there. Remember? Frictional force is also there. And both these forces, n sin theta and frictional force, provide the necessary centripetal force. So see here, means how many forces are acting here? Number one, first force is weight of a vehicle. Weight of vehicle, that is equal to mg. Second force, normal reaction. Normal reaction, that is equal to n, perpendicular to road surface, because road is banked. Okay. The next, here, look at this. Here, at the two wheels, there are two different normal reactions. Remember that at this wheel, there is one of the normal reaction. If this is inner wheel A and this is outer wheel B, so this normal reaction is Na, and here another normal reaction perpendicular to road surface is there, that is Nb. Means here, what is number 3? Number 3, N is total normal reaction, but how much it is? That N is nothing but it is Na plus Nb. Na means it is the normal reaction at inner wheel, and Nb means it is the normal reaction at outer wheel. How many wheels are there? Well, that is not important. Okay, Na means total normal reaction at inner wheel. Nb means total normal reaction at outer wheel. Okay, the next, another is number 3, frictional force. Okay, so there are two frictional force, that is Fa and Fb. Remember? So how they are acting? Frictional force is always acting parallel to the road surface. See here, this is the frictional force Fa, and here again acting Fb. Okay, two frictional forces are there. Fa is the frictional force at inner wheel and Fb is the frictional force at outer wheel. Remember? And here total frictional force means Fa plus Fb. Look at this. How many forces are acting there? Have you got it? See here. How many forces are there? Means here, if we draw the free body diagram, FBD. So see here, what is the FBD? Free body diagram. So this is the center of gravity of the vehicle. First is the weight, mg is acting in downward direction. See here, this is the normal reaction, we can say n, which makes an angle theta. Okay, see here, let this is horizontal line, this is vertical line. Okay, the next another is the frictional force. See here, total frictional force is acting like that. We can say total frictional force. Okay, and this is theta, means this is also theta. See here, frictional force is like that. Okay, so if we resolve all these forces, then how many components are there? See here, for that N, for the normal reaction N, there are two different components. Which are these components? One is the vertical component and another is the horizontal component. Vertical component and horizontal component. This is theta, means vertical component is N cos theta and horizontal is N sin theta. Clear? So that F is also having two components. This is the component and this is the component. So here what is this? This is F cos theta. Okay, and here it is F sin theta. Look at this. F cos theta and F sin theta. Okay. Now how many horizontal forces are there? So N sin theta is there, at the same time F cos theta is there. It means that here in this case centripetal force is provided by which one? N sin theta plus F cos theta. See here. N sin theta plus F cos theta. But what is F? Frictional force is nothing but mu into N. Therefore, centripetal force is equal to N sin theta plus mu into N cos theta. See here. Or we can say, therefore, mv square upon r is equal to N sin theta plus mu N cos theta. Let equation number 1. See here. Look at this. Or we can solve it again ahead. See here. Therefore, we can say what is mv square upon r? Mv square upon r equal to, take this N sin theta as a common, 1 plus, what is this? See here, take this N cos theta as a common. N cos theta as a common. So here it becomes N cos theta, means here it is sin theta upon cos theta. Okay, and here it is mu, because N cos theta is taken as common. So therefore, mv square upon r is equal to N cos theta. Clear? Here sin upon cos means tan theta plus mu. Let equation number 1. Okay. By the horizontal balancing, we obtain equation number 1. Now, look at the vertical balancing. So, vertically, there are how many components? 3 components. This is N cos theta upward, F sin theta and mg downward. Okay. Means we can say also downward force equal to upward force. What is the downward force? mg plus F sin theta, and upward force is N cos theta. Now, take this F sin theta on the right hand side. Therefore, mg is equal to N cos theta minus F sin theta. Or therefore, it is equal to N cos theta plus F means again mu N into sin theta. Okay, what is this? This is mg. Or therefore, mg is equal to, see here, again take this N cos theta as a common. Here it is 1 plus mu sin theta upon cos theta. So therefore, mg is equal to N cos theta, here 1 plus mu tan theta. See here. Look at this. Sorry, here it is minus, that's why it is also minus. This also become minus, or this is also minus. We can say this is equation number 2. We have considered normal reaction component as well as the frictional force. Now divide 1 by 2. See here. Divide equation 1 by 2. What is equation 1? Left hand side is mv square upon r total divided by this left hand side is mz. Okay, here it is, that is equal to n cos theta. Right hand side is tan theta plus mu, or we can say mu plus tan theta. And here what is the right hand side? It is again n cos theta 1 minus mu tan theta. See here. Now what will get cancelled here? M from both the sides get cancelled. N cos theta get cancelled. Okay. So here it becomes v square upon rg is equal to mu plus tan theta divided by 1 minus mu into tan theta. See here. Now take this rg on the right hand side. Next step, take this rg on the right hand side. Therefore v square is equal to rg. Here mu plus tan theta divided by 1 minus mu into tan theta. Or if you take the square root, v is equal to under root rg in bracket mu plus tan theta divided by 1 minus mu into tan theta. Okay, and this is very important expression for limiting speed of the vehicle passing over curved banked road, even after we have considered the normal component or component of normal reaction and with considering the friction. Clear? See here. Three formulas are there for limiting speed. Number one, curved horizontal road. What was the formula? VL equal to under root mu rg. Second one, curved banked road without considering friction. What is the formula? Under root rg tan theta. And third one, curved banked road but with considering the friction. What is formula? Under root rg in bracket mu plus tan theta divided by 1 minus mu tan theta. This is very important formula to solve the problem. Remember friends, so these three articles are very important. So many problems are depends upon these two. Okay, so here in this video lecture it is somewhat difficult to take so many problems. Okay, number of problems, but here for this chapter tomorrow or day after tomorrow I am going to give you one important assignment. Some solved problems are there and some unsolved problems are there. You have to solve these problems. Very simple. If you understand the theory, problems are just the application of theoretical concepts. Most of the time what happen? Physics means so many experts, and that persons who are supposed to be experts are telling that physics means it is the science of problem, numericals. So many numericals are there. Theory is not important. But for your kind information, if and only if you understand the theory part, then and then you can solve the problems. Okay, all these formulas we are deriving through that number of lectures. These formulas are very important to solve the problem. Okay, so this is enough for today's lecture. Thank you. Remaining part we'll see on the next lecture.